Your referee for today's final is John Maloney, Bencha Tipperary.
This is the dramatic scene in Páirc Uí Chaoimh, Cork's magnificent new stadium, which was only opened a month ago. Although Munster finals have been played here on this pitch when we knew it as the Athletic Grounds, this is the first provincial final in the stadium since it was transformed into Páirc Uí Chaoimh. That's the Kerry team, the Munster champions, defending the title today. And from the early hours, the fans have been pouring in, and the crowd's way over the 40,000. Already they're spilling over onto the sidelines in this packed capacity crowd. And here's the Cork team challenging Kerry today for the Munster title. All ready to start the 1976 Munster final. In your picture there, ready for the throw-in, is Pat McCarthy on the left, Dave McCarthy on the right. The game is on. That's Dave McCarthy for Cork. Already a free. Dennis Long, the big midfielder who plays his football in Kerry and Tralee, taking the free for Cork. Quickly out to Coleman O'Rourke. Coleman's pass to Dave McCarthy, the midfielder, who's overlapped way into the right corner. The two McCarthys marking each other. Pat on the one side for Kerry and Dave for Cork, and Dave being penalised there for a kick. Carrying that too far. So a free out for Kerry. Paddy Mahoney coming out from his goal to take the free. Remember, this is the man that wasn't beaten once in last year's championship for a goal. Will it be the same in the Munster final today? Kerry defending the title, going for their 55th Munster championship. That's Pat McCarthy. Mike Sheehy, the full forward. Nicely passed to Ogie Moran, but he drops it, then gets it ahead. Mickey Sullivan on it. Mickey Sullivan, or Pat Spillane it is, the left corner forward, and that's the first score in 1.25 minutes from 15, Pat Spillane. So Billy Morgan to kick out for Cork. The two goalkeepers doing their own kicking out in this Munster final. Knocked ahead there to Dennis Moran. Miskicked it. Kevin Kelly for Cork. Still Kevin Kelly in possession. This is Coleman O'Rourke. Jimmy Barry Murphy. And listen to how the Cork crowd become excited when Barry Murphy gets the ball. Into Declan Barron, the full forward. Declan's cross, but Tim Kennelly is there for Kerry. Kennelly's clearance. Dave McCarthy cutting it off. Dave, who's had a splendid year in 1976, but been penalised for a foul there, touching it on the ground, so the free down to Kerry. Centre half back, Tim Kennelly is the man to take it. Seamus O'Sullivan knocks it down for Cork to John Coleman. Coleman coming out of defence. His clearance to Seamus Collin. Collin's nice pass to Billy Field. Billy with the beard and the moustache, number 12, but his shot has gone wide. Billy Field, the kicker of that one, so the score still Kerry 1 point, Cork no score. Paddy Mahoney with the kick out for the champions, Kerry. That's coming to Brendan Lynch, but he had his jersey pulled. The referee didn't see it, and obviously Brendan and Kevin Kelly a little bit angry with each other. The crowd here on the sideline, dangerously along the sideline now. Some of them want to get involved. The Gardaí already appearing. Unfortunately, because of the packed attendance here, the crowd spilled it over the wire, off the terraces, onto the sideline, and they're sitting all along the sidelines in front of the stand, and some of them wanted to get involved there in that difference of opinion between Brendan Lynch and Kevin Kelly. So it's a free for Kerry. Paul O'Shea, the right half back, to take it, and we hope there's not going to be trouble with that crowd down there, or more of them sitting on the sidelines, dangerously close to the pitch. The free for Kerry. Knocked away by John Coleman for Cork. Coleman O'Rourke for Cork. This is Tim Kennelly for Kerry. And Tim didn't like the way he was fouled there. And Coleman O'Rourke coming in after the whistle had been blown. John Maloney separating them, very decisive. The free to Kerry. Great rivalry between these two keen rivals, but we hope it's not going to spill over into bitterness. We're only playing 4.5 minutes in the Munster final so far. Tim Kennelly with the free for Kerry. This is Mickey O'Sullivan. And he's been tackled rather recklessly there. A quick free taken to Mike Shee, who punishes Cork for that. Sorry, Pat McCarthy there, the midfielder, who had moved down. And rash fouling there by Cork will be penalised like that with quick scores from the freeze or play by Kerry. 5 minutes gone, Kerry leading 2 points, Cork still no score. Billy Morgan kicking out for Cork. It's a free there, a hand on the back. So Cork get the free. The opening of this Munster final dangerously close to the explosive point, which would be a pity. Centre half back, Tom Creed. Knocked away by Tim Kennelly. Taken by Pat McCarthy. Paudie Lynch. Then Kevin Kelly stops it for Cork. Kevin's pass to Dennis Long. That was meant for Seamus Coughlan, but Tim Kennelly cut in nicely. That's Ger Power. He was doubtful all week, but as you can see out there, fit and in the team. This is Brian Morgan. He was a little bit doubtful for Cork too. Pat McCarthy, the midfielder. A race here between Pat Spillane and Seamus O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan with the beard, getting it there for Cork. Dangerously close to the line, and the referee penalising Spillane there. Was a little bit puzzled by the decision, but John Maloney giving the free to Cork. Seamus O'Sullivan, the right corner back to take it. Seamus Coughlan running out under it well, dropping it but recovering quickly. Seamus kick ahead for Dennis Allen, and Dennis is broken away from Ger O'Keefe. Number 15 is Dennis Allen, the Cork captain. He's passed to Kevin Kelly, who's overlapped way down in the attack. And then Kevin, unfortunately, driving it wide. Kevin Kelly running back to his position. He's left half back, but he was way down near the full forward line. You can see how close the spectators are to the field of play there. As Paudie Mahoney doesn't have much space to run back for the kick-out. It's Dave McCarthy for Cork. Dennis Long, Jimmy Barry Murphy fielded nicely, and he's going through Jimmy Barry. Oh, he kicked it wide. Jimmy Barry Murphy, the right corner forward, breaking away very cleverly there, but tackled just at the vital moment and then sending it wide. So there's a relief for Kerry. Paudie Mahoney wants his defenders to move back up to him. Paudie having trouble there. Getting a good long run up. Tim Kennelly fielding that, but was he fouled? Yes, as John Maloney. He was hand on his back there, so the free to Kerry.
Member of the St. John's Ambulance Brigade, please, to the tunnel underneath the stand. Thank you.
So Kennelly, the centre half back, takes it himself. And the other centre half back, Tom Creedon, splendidly fielding that. Jimmy Barry Murphy knocking it ahead nicely to Declan Barron. Jimmy Barry inside him unmarked, but he doesn't see it. He does now, but it comes to Ger Power. It's knocked away. The pass didn't go far enough. That's Jimmy Deenahan for Kerry, clearing it away very quickly, but it's gone over the line. It'll be a line ball to Cork. Seamus O'Sullivan. This is Dennis Allen, the left corner forward. Nice pass to Dennis Long. Dennis Long's kick. Paudie Mahoney, no bother coming out to catch it and clearing it away then. Where it's smothered by John Coleman. Well fielded by Ger O'Keefe. Cleared for Kerry by O'Keefe. Oh, beautiful fielding by Pat Spillane. It's to Mickey Sullivan. And then a rugby tackle by John Coleman. Of course, John has played rugby, but John Maloney wags a finger at him and says something like, that's not the sort of tackling we need here. Number 8, Paddy Lynch, the midfielder. He played magnificently at full-back on the American tour. Pat Spillane for Kerry. Trying to break away from Seamus O'Sullivan. Breaks, doesn't break the way enough, and then kicks it wide. And Pat's a little disgusted with himself. Billy Morgan's kick out. 10 minutes into the Munster final. Kerry leading 2 points to Cork. No score. That's Seamus Callan to Jimmy Barry Murphy. Having trouble controlling it. And then taken away from him. That's Jimmy Deenan for Kerry. Back to Ger O'Keefe. He held on too long. John Maloney penalising Deenan. So the free to Cork. Dennis Long to take it. Dennis's kick, and that's the first score for Cork. 10.5 minutes. So now there's only 1 point between them. Kerry 2 points, Cork 1. Placing the ball for his own kick out. Dave McCarthy being fouled there, the free to Cork. Midfielder Dennis Long to take it. Almost at the middle of the field, you can see the halfway line. Jimmy Barry Murphy. That's Dave McCarthy in there. This is Declan Barron. It's taken away from him. And cleared away there by Tim Kennelly. Paddy Lynch for Kerry. Quickly out of the defence by Kerry. Nicely knocked back there to Pat Spillane, who's running all over the attack. Brian Murphy with him, and then Brian fouling him behind. The free to Kerry. Pat Spillane, number 15. John Maloney wants it brought back a little further, and number 10 is the experienced right half forward, Brendan Lynch. But Brendan, very unsportingly being booed by the Cork supporters, and then sending that one wide. Billy Morgan, very short kick out to Seamus O'Sullivan. That's Dave McCarthy, the midfielder for Cork. Cork on the attack again. Dennis Allen, nicely chipping that to Jimmy Barry Murphy. Seamus calling it in. That's a point by Barry Murphy. That was a beautiful pass from Dennis Allen, who chipped it over to Jimmy Barry Murphy, and Barry Murphy runs on very quickly to score that point, to equalise for Cork. 2 points each, and they're playing 13 minutes. Example there of the threat there is in the Cork attack. This is Paul O'Shea for Kerry. John Egan for Kerry, and being fouled from behind by Dennis O'Driscoll, so free up to Kerry. Right half back, Paul O'Shea coming to take the free for Kerry. It's taken very short to Paul Lynch, back again to O'Shea. O'Shea going ahead himself and cutting nicely away from Dennis Long. To Mickey Sullivan the pass comes. He has his jersey pulled and then he drives it wide. Did Billy Morgan touch it? He did, says the umpire. Billy hesitated a second, and then a spectator then in there disagreeing with that umpire, and I think we're going to have a lot of trouble with these spectators who are sitting around dangerously sitting close to the pitch. So the 50 for Kerry. Dennis Moore, the centre half forward, taking it. It's very low one. Pat Spillane gets it into his hand. Pat being surrounded. That's Brendan Lynch. Brendan with the kick. Billy Morgan knocking it out. Tom Creedon leaves it to Dennis O'Driscoll. Cut off there by Ger O'Keefe. And then Billy Field fouls O'Keefe. Quickly taken free by Paul O'Shea. To Mickey Sullivan. Oh, the jersey being pulled by John Coleman, and then Mickey Sullivan being stretched there by John Coleman, who's been spoken to by referee John Maloney. Oh dear, this would be a sad day if we're to have this sort of a Munster final. So number 12, Mickey Sullivan, 5, John Coleman, the Cork right half back, but the free to be taken by Brendan Lynch, and listen to that dreadful unsporting booing as Lynch takes the free. Stopped by Kevin Kelly. The clearance by Kelly. Dennis Allen beautifully fielded, although two Kerry men around him, and look at that for jersey pulling by Pat McCarthy, and oh, what a shocking shame if the Munster final is going to turn into an exhibition of that sort of niggling, nasty fouling. This was a game that there must surely be over 45,000 people here expecting it, an exciting, dramatic game. But if we're going to have niggling fouls like this, it would be better to forget about the Munster final. The free for Cork, Dennis Long to take it. That's Declan Barron, the full forward. Meant for Jimmy Barry Murphy. He knocks it back for Dave McCarthy. Dave has been fouled. It's a free in. Dave McCarthy, number 9, on the ground. Jimmy Deanhan with the ball for Kerry. But the free is going in to Cork, to the right of the post. Billy Field to take it.
I would make one last appeal to the people in the terracing behind the back of the goal to stand up.
So Billy Field with the free for Cork. And it's gone wide. It was at a difficult angle to the right, but it's gone wide.
Small bit of cooperation, please. Thank you.
There's a chance there for Cork to take the lead. Still 2 points each. 17 minutes into the first half. Paddy Mahoney's kick out comes to Paul O'Shea, or to Paddy Lynch. That's Mike Sheehy nicely taking it out of the air, and then the pass to Dennis Moran. Oh, Dennis meant to pass for Pat Spillane, but it was intercepted by Tom Creedon. The other centre half-back, Tim Kennelly. Very loose play at the moment. That's centre half-back Creed. Claude O'Shea being fouled there by Dave McCarthy. Free down to Kerry. Number 5, Claude O'Shea. Dave McCarthy just running out at the top of the picture. The man issuing directions to Cork as their captain, number 15. Just gone out of picture, Dennis Allen. But Claude O'Shea with the free. This is Mickey Sullivan for Kerry, and Mickey just putting that wide by a couple of inches, and Billy Morgan applauding it. That was a chance there for Kerry to go ahead, but still 2 points each. 18 minutes into the Munster final. Kevin Kelly fielding that one well, the left half-back. That's going to bounce over the sideline kick for Kerry. So Ger O'Keefe, the right corner back to take. And look how close the spectators are. The ball, in fact, is well in from the line. Cut off by Dennis Allen. And then he's been robbed by Paul O'Shea, who was fouled by Billy Field in a free-up. The marking desperately close in this game. Ger O'Keefe with the free for Kerry. And John Maloney spotting one there. A foul on Tom Creedon, so it's a free down to Cork. And Creedon himself to take it. Coleman O'Rourke trying to knock it down to Dave McCarthy. Tim Kennelly getting it for Kerry, and then he's hauled down. It looks as if very few players are going to be allowed very little room or space in this tense Munster final. That comes nicely back into the hands of Brian Murphy. Knocked ahead by Ger Power. 20 minutes gone. Mickey Sullivan for Kerry. Cut off by Dave McCarthy for Cork. Billy Field trying to get to it, he doesn't. Ger O'Keefe does for Kerry. John Egan slipping there, was he pushed? The Cork supporters don't think so. John Maloney, though, is the man who matters. He's out there in the field. So the free to Kerry. Brendan Lynch, number 10, and again this horrible booing as Brendan comes up to take this free. And then Brendan kicking it wide, and is it any wonder a player isn't upset with that booing? This is because of the difference of opinion he had in the first half with Kevin Kelly, but that difference of opinion is no excuse for the unsporting booing every time that Lynch takes a free for Kerry. Billy Morgan's kick out. Todd O'Shea cutting down from the Kerry half-back line, nicely getting it to John Egan. Dennis Moran. Then Dennis running into trouble. His pass being intercepted by John Coleman, who gets it quickly out of the defence. Knocked down by Ger O'Keefe for Todd O'Shea. O'Keefe and O'Shea playing well on the Kerry right flank of defence. Kevin Kelly's playing quite well up there, and then he's fouled by Mickey Sullivan. Number 7, Kevin Kelly, who's doing well at left half-back for Cork. Left corner back, Dennis O'Driscoll with the free. That's beating Dennis Allen and over the line. Number 15, Dennis Allen, the Cork captain. Number 2, Ger O'Keefe. And the man taking the free, Paul O'Shea. Dave McCarthy for Cork. Declan Barron and John O'Keefe. Beats both of them. Tim Kennelly balloons it over the sideline. A line ball for Cork. So Dennis Long to take it, and look how far he's got to go back into the crowd. This is one problem Cork will have to sort out before the Munster hurling final this day fortnight. Dennis Long with the kick. Seamus Collin knocks it down. Jimmy Barry Murphy couldn't get to it. Paddy Mahoney does, and then clears it away for Kerry. Down to Dennis Moran. Mike Sheehy for Kerry. And then he's got his jersey pulled. Mike Sheehy recovering the ball. Brian Murphy chasing him. Brian Murphy fouling him. Brian doesn't think so, but then he accepts the decision from John Maloney and the free into Kerry. Mike Sheehy, number 14, the full forward. And the Cork crowd now directing their boos at Mike Sheehy. And that's gone out for a 50, a Kerry 50. And Dennis Moran to take the 50 for Kerry. The youngest player on the field today is Dennis Moran. John Egan for Kerry. And John driving it wide, so we're still 2 points each, playing 24 minutes in this Munster final. There hasn't been a score since the 13th minute, and that was Jimmy Barry Murphy's equalising second point for Cork. Billy Morgan with the kick out. Free for Cork. Somebody up on Dennis Long's back. Dennis is the man on his knees there. He's not too badly injured, as you can see. He's going to take the free himself. Seamus Collin for Cork. Collin centre. Declan Barron knocking it out to Coleman O'Rourke, but it's Ger Power who intercepts it and then gets it out to John O'Keefe. John back from England, didn't play much in the National League, but back for the championship. He's captaining Kerry today. But that's been cut off there by Tom Creedon, the centre half-back, getting it to Kevin Kelly, and his pass to Dennis Long. Dennis has his jersey pulled by number 14 Mike Sheehy, so it's a free in to Cork. That's the 50 yards line there. Dennis Long to take it himself. He has pointed frees from that distance. He's pointed 50s. Will he do it this time and give Cork the lead? They're 2 points each, remember. And that's curling away to... It's a good one. It looked as if it was curling to the right, but then it curled back in to the delight of those Cork supporters. Dennis Long to score, and Cork taking the lead. 26 minutes in the Munster final. So that's the first score we've had in exactly 13 minutes. This is Jimmy Barry Murphy getting the kick out. Jimmy Barry being chased by Jimmy Deenan. Still Jimmy Barry Murphy, then pulled down. Is he inside a large square? Or is he not? It looks as if he isn't. The heavy rain here have fairly well obliterated the white lines. We've had misty rain most of the morning, so it's an ordinary free. Billy Field, number 12, to take it, and that's 2 points clear for Cork. So no score for 13 minutes, and now we've had 2 in 2 minutes. Billy Field putting Cork 2 points ahead. 4 points to Cork, 2 for Kerry. Spotting a foul there on Dennis Moran, who's moved out to midfield. Kerry switches. This is cornerback Jimmy Deenan coming down to take the free. John Maloney spotting something. Jimmy Deenan with the free to Dennis Moran, who's now out at midfield marking Dave McCarthy. Pat McCarthy has gone full forward, but this is Brendan Lynch. Brendan getting around Kevin Kelly and getting his shot in. Mickey Sullivan for Kerry. Intercepted by Brian Murphy, and it's a free out. Number 3, the full-back Brian Murphy for Cork, leaves it to Billy Morgan to kick out, or to take that free out. Jimmy Barry Murphy, he's now playing out at centre half forward, it looks like. Coleman O'Rourke to Declan Barron. Can Declan control it? He's pulled down, it's a free in. Switches in the Cork team. The man who touched the ball there was number 11. He's gone right corner forward. Jimmy Barry Murphy is playing centre half forward, and the 2 Kerry defenders have followed him. Jimmy Deenan's out centre half, and Tim Kennelly's gone into the corner. But this is number 12, Billy Field, the man who scored the last point. Will he add another one? And that's just what he does. So now Cork are 3 points ahead. Cork 5 points, Kerry 2, after the score from Billy Field. And now we've got a little interruption there. Players trying to get rid of that dog. John Maloney, who's held up the game, trying to get rid of the dog, but the dog is not interested in leaving the field. And he's not interested in going to that steward either. John Maloney resuming play, Paddy Mahoney to kick out. 30 minutes gone, Kerry leading 5 points to 2, or Cork leading 5 points to 2. Kerry haven't scored since the 5th minute. This is full-back John O'Keefe being fouled from behind by Declan Byrne. So 25 minutes since Kerry got a score, and they're the champions of Munster and the All-Ireland champions as well. Ger Power for Kerry. Getting it to Mike Sheehy, who's now centre half forward. Nice pass to Dennis Moran, who's now midfield, but moving strongly ahead, and then having his jersey pulled there, so John Maloney giving the free. Mike Sheehy, number 14, but now centre half forward to take the free. Mike Sheehy with it, and that closes the gap. That's Kerry's first score since the 5th minute, and it's now 31 minutes into the Munster final. The scoreboard now reading Cork 5 points and Kerry 3. 2 points between them as Billy Morgan prepares to kick out. Coleman O'Rourke, but he knocks it down to Mickey Sullivan of Kerry. John Maloney signalling for a free. Dennis Moore, number 11. But he's gone midfield, and Pat McCarthy's gone in full forward. Dennis taking the free for Kerry. That comes into the hands of Dennis Long for Cork. Knocked ahead by Seamus Callan. Jimmy Deenahan for Kerry. Jimmy Barry Murphy knocking him back over the line, and that will be a free, obviously, for Kerry. Jimmy Barry protesting that it was a shoulder. But the free for Kerry, Jimmy Deenahan taking it. Bouncing off Mickey Sullivan there. Dave McCarthy gets it away for Cork. Jimmy Deenahan is there for Kerry. Oh, beautifully fielded by Tom Creedon. And then he's passed to the unmarked Jimmy Barry Murphy. Jimmy Deenahan coming on him now. Jimmy Barry swerves ahead and then swervingly curls it wide. 2 minutes left in the first half. Cork leading 5 points to Kerry's 3. Paddy Mahoney to kick out. Knocked down by Dennis Long to Dennis Allen. And this is Jimmy Barry Murphy. Jimmy Barry again, Jimmy Deenahan with him, but Jimmy Barry Murphy. And oh, Paddy Mahoney gets a hand to it. Dennis Allen for Cork. Dennis Allen sending Cork further ahead. That's double scores, 6 points to 3. Cork leading. John Maloney talking to the umpires. Look, for a minute we might be questioning that point, but in fact, the kick out from the 21-yard line. So 6 points to 3 for Cork. Mickey Sullivan for Kerry. Billy Field, number 12 for Cork. Mike Sheehy, but it's coming to number 7, Kevin Kelly, who's penalised for touching it on the ground. John Maloney from Tipperary, the man in the all black. Number 9, Dave McCarthy, the Cork midfielder. 14 for Kerry to take the free, Mike Sheehy. Just short of the 50-yard line. Into the hands of Billy Morgan. Billy clearing it away. Oh, that was meant for... Oh dear, oh dear. Look at Ger Power's jersey, almost pulled off his shoulder there. Coleman O'Rourke, number 10. John Maloney shoves him away. What persistent fouling, and after the splendid first half of the year we had in hurling, what a contrast, and disappointing contrast, football has been so far this year. Mike Sheehy with the free for Kerry. And Mike with the point for Kerry. Now 2 points between them again. 6 points for Cork, 4 for Kerry, and Mike Sheehy has scored the last 2 for Kerry. Billy Morgan's kick out. Dennis Long for Cork. Cork controlling midfield so far in the Munster final. That's Jimmy Deenan well in control there for Kerry. John Maloney blowing half-time it is. And Cork go in leading at half-time in this Munster final. Cork, the challengers, leading by 6 points to Kerry's 4. And 6 of those 10 points, unfortunately, came from frees. And that sums up the type of first half it was. Far too many fouls and far too many frees.
Thank you. There are a number of people behind you who can't get entry into the ground. Would you please move back? There's plenty of room up in the back by the back wall.
Referee John Maloney in the all black there with some stewards trying to get the people back from the back of the goal that Kerry will be defending in the second half. The crowd spilling over before the game started onto the sidelines. In fact, as it happens, ironically, the back steps of the two end terraces are fairly empty, but the crowd congregated down in the front and then came spilling over the wires. And this is a problem that Cork will have to sort out in their magnificent new stadium before they have the Munster hurling final here in a fortnight's time. It's been announced that on no condition will the referee restart this game for the second half unless the crowds go way back from the sidelines. In the first half we had some difficulty with players kicking out the ball and taking sideline kicks, trying to get a run up at the ball with the crowds that are around all 4 lines. Right here in front of the Sean McCarthy stand you can see them sitting out on the lines. They're even in the dugouts that are supposed to be occupied by the officials and team subs. John Maloney still trying to get them back. Paddy Mahoney, the Kerry goalkeeper, in the orange jersey there. Guardian Stewart and John Maloney. He's already had the announcement made that he's not going to start the second half until the crowd are well back from the goal ends and on the sidelines at the two sides. The mass movement now. It's been a disappointing Munster final. Too many fouls, too many niggling fouls, and this is the most disappointing aspect of it all. The teams have been out on the field for the last 7 minutes, but still no sign of the second half starting. And that's the reason why.
Team, number 16, Sean Welch, replaces number 10, Brendan Lynch.
So John Maloney, the referee from Tipperary, now running out to the middle of the field, obviously satisfied that that's as much cooperation as he's going to get from the spectators. So the second half about to start. Kerry's changes in the first half of Dennis Moran there on the right with Dave McCarthy, the Cork man, on the left. And Kerry have brought in Sean Walsh, last year's brilliant minor and under-21 midfielder, at right half forward instead of Brendan Lynch. John Maloney about to restart. So John is now in some trouble. Has he lost his whistle? The linesman running into the dressing room. He seems to have no whistle now. Unfortunately, this is the most unfortunate occurrence all round. The most unfortunate day for the first provincial final in the magnificent new Páirc Uí Chaoimh. John Maloney now equipped with a whistle so we can get on with the second half. And the crowd settled in around the sidelines, but we'll wonder how long they remain there, because we had one or two of them running in on the field when there was a difference of opinion between two players in the first half. The second half about to start. Dave McCarthy there on the left, Dennis Moran, Dennis Long at the back, and Paddy Lynch along with him. And the pushing starting already. The second half is on. That's Dave McCarthy for Cork, and they're leading by 6 points to Kerry's 4. And Dave McCarthy gains a free for Cork. They're playing into the goal on our right. Dennis Long to take the free. And of those 10 points we had in the first half, 6 of them were kicked from frees. Only 2 each from play for the two sides. Dennis Long's kick now. Good long one it is. This is Dennis Allen for Cork, and that's gone wide. The Cork captain and left corner forward, not very satisfied with his attempt at that one. Kick out from Paddy Mahoney. Dennis Moran for Kerry. Ryan Murphy running. Pat McCarthy gets a fist to it, but Kevin Kelly, who played very well at left half back also the first half, and starting well in the second half. Dave McCarthy, what a splendid year he's had at midfield in 1976. Declan Barron, the full forward, and fouled from behind by John O'Keefe, so the free in. Dennis Allen is wearing number 10, but that's Dennis Allen. And this is Dennis Long, number 8. There's another number 10 in the attack, Coleman O'Rourke, who was the original number 10 and still is. Dennis Long with the kick. It's about 48 yards out. Little to the left. Dennis having a good shot, and Paddy Mahoney getting to it. Clearing it away. But Dennis Long is on it. Knocks it back to Kevin Kelly. Mike Sheehy running for Kerry, but Kelly getting it into his hands. And then being brought down. And then throwing a boot at Sean Walsh, number 16 there. The man walking away is the brilliant minor on the Kerry minor team last year. John Maloney throws it up between them. That's Dennis Long getting it to Dave McCarthy. Dennis Moran with him. McCarthy's kick in meant for Declan Barron. Declan gets a boot to it, but Paddy O'Shea is cutting in there for Kerry. Pat Spillane for Kerry. John Egan fields it cleanly and then has his jersey pulled from behind, and this is what we had far too much of in the first half. Jersey pulling, fouling on and off the ball. Persistent and niggling foul. So Cork being penalised this time. Number 14, Mike Sheehy. Mike scored the 2 points just before half-time for Kerry from frees. Will he do it with this one? It's at a right angle, about 45 yards out. Mickey Sullivan, blocked by Dave McCarthy. Back into the hands of Mickey Sullivan. This is Dennis Moran, and Dennis then driving that one wide. Dennis Moran, midfielder, started at centre half back, 20 last February, and the youngest man playing in this Munster final. Billy Morgan's kick out. Kevin Kerry to Dennis Long. Dennis on mark. Paddy Lynch now coming into picture there. Still Dennis Long for Kerry. Remember he plays his, or for Cork. Remember he plays his football in Kerry. Dennis Long shot, and it's just gone wide from his kick over near the sideline. So still 2 points between them. Cork 6, Kerry the champions 4. And now you see why John Maloney wanted the crowd moved back. Paddy Mahoney has very little room there for his run-up. Beautifully fielded by Paddy Lynch, the midfielder. He played excellently at full back for Kerry on their American tour. But right half back, Paul O'Shea to take the free. And a good long run he's taking at it too. Fielded there by Pat McCarthy. He's now full forward, but his pass is intercepted by Dave McCarthy, the midfielder who's everywhere for Cork. Nicely getting it out to Dennis O'Driscoll. Dennis Allen trying to prevent it from going over the line, doesn't, so it's a sideline ball to Kerry. 5 minutes into the second half. Paul O'Shea with the kick for Kerry. Seamus O'Sullivan. Dennis Long. Cork from the very beginning controlling midfield with that man Dennis Long and Dave McCarthy, his partner, forcing Kerry in the first half to bring Dennis Moran out to midfield. The free down to Cork. Centre half back Tom Creedon to take it. Nicely caught by Declan Barron. Kicked away there by Ger Power. Dennis Long. Injured as he was brought down there. John Maloney into our right. Having words with some of the players. Jimmy Deenahan on the right, hands on hips. Coleman O'Rourke, the Cork player, over on the left. Declan Barron, number 40, not involved. Gives the ball to John Maloney, who's going to throw it up between them. And beautifully taken out of the air by John O'Keefe, the Kerry fullback, clearing it away. John Maloney spotting a foul on Mike Sheehy. Free down to Kerry. Kerry 2 points behind. Paddy Lynch with the free. Drops it to Mike Sheehy. Pass to Ger Power, who's overlapping from the half-back line. This is Pat Spillane. And this is Pat McCarthy. He's been pulled down. It's a penalty. It must be a penalty. Pat McCarthy, who started at midfield, now full forward and getting a pat on the back there. A congratulatory pat from Pat Spillane first, and then Mickey Sullivan. They're so delighted with this penalty. And that's one of the penalties of fouling that Cork have had to pay. The man to take it, number 14, Mike Sheehy, kicking it now. It's stopped by Billy Morgan. What a relief for Cork. And Billy clears it away over the sideline. And the Cork crowd here in Cork O'Keefe gone mad with joy from a tremendous save by Billy Morgan. Look at the Cork supporters. It's a sideline kick, but what matters to Cork is that Billy Morgan saved that penalty, which would have a goal from which would have put Kerry a point ahead, and that's gone wide. Oh, what a double relief for Cork. A goal from that penalty would have put Kerry 1 point ahead, and a quick kick out coming to Seamus O'Sullivan. Dave McCarthy. Cork coming back from the relief of that let-off, but intercepted there by John O'Keefe and then Dennis Allen. And if that's not a foul, tell me if this is Gaelic football. Mike Sheehy, Paul O'Shea, Brian Murphy, and then Brian being pushed from the back. Oh dear, what a forgettable Munster final this has been, with persistent niggling fouling. rivalry is one thing, but when it becomes as over-keen as this, it ruins the game as a spectacle. Now, that's the contrast. Beautiful fielding by Dave McCarthy. Declan Barron, but intercepted by Ger Power. And then Ger getting a belted look to me on the back of the head, and Ger having a word with the referee, who lets play go on. Tom Creedon, and then Tom being roughly down. But the free, John Maloney giving the free to Kerry, obviously having spotted a previous infringement. So Dennis Moran to take the free for Kerry. Into the hands of Pat Spillane. Pat's kick now, and a point. Left corner forward, Pat Spillane, the scorer of that one. He scored Kerry's first, and now there's only 1 point between them. 6 for Cork, the challengers, 5 for Kerry, the All-Ireland champions. 10 minutes into the Munster final second half. There's 1 point between them, and what excitement we could have if the two teams would concentrate on playing football. Paddy Lynch having cleanly fielded that one. Nice pass back to Mickey Sullivan. And then Mickey being penalised by John Maloney. Dave McCarthy just running out of picture. Free to Cork. Centre half back Tom Creedon to take the free. Kick from Creedon. Two Corkmen upsetting each other. Declan Barron and Dave McCarthy. It's got away by Ger O'Keefe for Kerry. The Cork defence covering back well. Seamus O'Sullivan the right corner. Clearing for Cork. Dennis Long getting it to Dave McCarthy. And Tom Creedon, the centre half back it is in fact. That's into the hands of the other centre half back, Tim Kennelly. Mike Sheehy for Kerry. Pass to Paul O'Shea, who's overlapped from the half back line. Or John Egan, right corner back. This is Sean Walsh. Sean Walsh is pulled down. Referee letting play go on. Sean Walsh punching it over for the equaliser. Number 16, the brilliant midfielder on the minor team last year, came on at half-time for Brendan Lynch in the Kerry attack, equalising for Kerry now. 6 points each, 11 minutes into the second half. Now we should have some excitement. This is Dennis Moran for Kerry to Mickey Sullivan. John Coleman, number 4, last man to touch it, so it's a line ball for Kerry. 2 yards from the sideline as Dennis Moran has to step back into those spectators. This is Sean Walsh again. He's been fouled, so free in. Mike Sheehy with the free, number 14. And Mike putting Kerry into the lead. That's 3 points for Sheehy. Kerry now leading 7 points to Cork 6. So Kerry have scored the only 3 scores we've had in the second half. And that's the first time they've led since the 5th minute in the first half. But here come Cork. Seamus Callan to Declan Barron, knocked away by John O'Keefe. Ger Power, full of determination. And clearing it away for Kerry, but into the hands of Dennis Long. Dennis is centre. John O'Keefe safely out under for Kerry. He's passed to Jimmy Deenan. Dave McCarthy unmarked. He's not unmarked anymore, and he's been robbed but been fouled, so it's a free. Quickly taken by McCarthy to Dennis Long. That's cut off by Paul O'Shea, and he's been fouled by Declan Barron. Free out to Kerry. Coming way out from his goal to take the free. Tom Creedon knocks it down to Dave McCarthy, and then he's been knocked over by Paul O'Shea, who's been now attacked. The referee trying to sort out the players there. Dave McCarthy stretched as he took that ball. The tension fierce here in Cork. Dennis Long will take this free, but Dave McCarthy is back on his feet. Dennis Long, McCarthy's midfield partner, and they've been in control of midfield all through this Munster final. Long with the free, and it's stopped there from Declan Barron by Paddy Mahoney. Declan Barron got a fist to it, but Mahoney was securely in command of it. Mickey Sullivan for Kerry. Paddy Lynch. Mike Sheehy. That's too far ahead for Pat McCarthy, or is it? Brian Murphy with him. McCarthy winds up on the ground. Brian Murphy way out into the crowd. The ball is with John Egan. Billy Morgan clearing it away to Kevin Kelly. Sean Walsh, number 16. Kevin Kelly being fouled. Free out to Cork. "15 minutes into the second half. So Dennis O'Driscoll, the corner back, with the free. Dave McCarthy, what a splendid game he's had at midfield. Kevin Kelly, taking half the pitch with him, but getting it away to Seamus O'Sullivan. Declan Barron, but knocked away from Barron. This is Tim Kennelly. It's John Egan. Paddy Lynch to Dennis Moran. Dennis Moran centre for Kerry, but it's gone way wide. Dennis Moran, the youngest man in this team and the youngest man on the field. Number 20 is Sean Murphy for Cork. So Sean Murphy replacing Billy Field at left half forward for Cork.
Sean Murphy, number 20, replacing Billy Field, number 30.
That's a free in. John Maloney signalling a free in for Kerry. Mike Sheehy with the free. He's already scored 3, remember, but this is way out near the right sideline, and that's not going to be a score. It is, in fact. It looked to be going wide. What a splendid point. He was way out near the sideline on the right-hand side. 21-yard free, but very close to the sideline. So that's 4 from Mike Sheehy, and Kerry are now leading by 2 points. 8 points for Kerry, Cork 6. 18 minutes in the second half. Free down to Cork. Dennis Long will take the free. That's the 70 yards line. 70 yards from the Kerry post. Dave McCarthy. Back to Seamus Coughlan, and Coughlan then cutting back the lead. Now only 1 point between them. Centre half forward Coughlan, trying to rouse the team. That's the first point, the first score in fact for Cork this half. Paddy Mahoney preparing for the kick out. Kerry now leading by just 1 point. 8 points to Cork 7. A short kick out to Ger O'Keefe. A long clearance from O'Keefe. Dennis Long. This is Coleman O'Rourke. Jimmy Barry Murphy. Wearing 19, but it's Jimmy Barry Murphy. Trying to make his way in, then centres it. Paddy Mahoney knocks it out. Jimmy Deenahan for Kerry. Paddy Lynch for Kerry. And Lynch belting it away, but it comes to Tom Creedon. Been such a sound centre half. That's into the hands of Dennis Allen. It was knocked out of the hands of Dennis Allen. This is Sean Murphy, the sub. He's only in a few minutes. Sean Murphy having a shot, but it's gone wide. Mahoney with the kick out, 20 minutes into the second half. Well, that's been taken away from Dennis Moran by Dave McCarthy. McCarthy meant for Dennis Allen. Dennis gets it into his hands. And then being fouled. Ger O'Keefe doesn't agree with John Maloney's decision. A disconsolate Ger O'Keefe. But it's still a free for Cork. Coleman O'Rourke to take it. Number 10. He's the proper number 10. Dennis Allen also has number 10 on his back. Changed his jersey for 15 at half time. This could be the equaliser for Cork. Oh, it's off the upright. Pod O'Shea for Kerry. A chance missed there of the equaliser. But this is Cork again. Kevin Kelly. To Dennis Allen. Dennis Long shot blocked. Dennis Allen to Dave McCarthy. Back to Dennis Long. Still Dennis Long. Now Dennis Long being penalised for holding on too long. And then a free out. So Kerry will be relieved that that foul by Dennis Long. Paddy Mahoney to take the free out. Paddy Lynch. Coleman O'Rourke for Cork. Cork seem to be getting a little on top in the last few minutes, but they're not getting the scores. The Kerry defence covering off very well. Ger O'Keefe, the right corner back. This is John Coleman, the Cork right half back, all on his own. Down to Seamus O'Sullivan, the right corner back. Seamus Callan. Mickey Sullivan with him. Still Seamus Callan. And his shot being intercepted by Ger Power. Paddy Mahoney gets to it and clears it away. Cork not getting the scores. Dave McCarthy in midfield. Cork completely on top at midfield. Declan Barron. Declan Barron shot, that's the equaliser. It had to come. And the Cork crowd gone mad. 8 points each it is in this Munster final. Playing 23 minutes, and I think that point had to come because in the last 5 minutes Cork were almost completely on top, especially at midfield, but they weren't getting the scores. Now 8 points each. 12 minutes to go in the Munster final. Paddy Mahoney kicking out to Ger Power. Dennis Allen fouling Ger Power.
Please move back, please. Please move back. The people at the back rock end.
Tim Kennelly, the centre half back, will take the free. Kennelly's kick to Pat Spillane, who's moved out left half forward in a switch with Mickey Sullivan. Knocked away from Spillane by John Coleman, but sideline kick. Too quickly taken, says John Maloney. The linesman, of course, has to settle the ball for a line ball. The player can't do it. He can for a free, but not for a sideline kick. So Paddy Lynch to take the kick. It's Tom Creedon for Cork. He's played so soundly at centre half back. In fact, Cork playing with a lot more spirit than they've shown in recent months. This is Sean Murphy, the sub, who came on for them, and he's been fouled. Free to Cork. Dennis Allen taking it quickly. Coleman O'Rourke, one number 10 to the other number 10. That's Jimmy Barry Murphy, number 19. Jimmy Barry keeping it well in control, then trying to kick it into the goal, but no. A free in, says John Maloney. Jimmy Deenan been penalised. The blonde there is Jimmy Deenan. Wants to know what it was for. But Jimmy Barry Murphy obviously couldn't get a kick in when it was a very weak attempt. So a free in. This is a chance for Cork to take the lead, and this time it's to be taken by Sean Murphy. 10 minutes left in the game, and unfortunately Cork are losing Dave McCarthy, being helped off the field. This is Sean Murphy though with the free, and that's Cork back into the lead. 9 points for Cork, 8 for Kerry. Paddy Mahoney with the kick out, and a big blow to Cork. They've just lost Dave McCarthy, who's been helped off with an injury, and he's played so brilliantly at midfield. But that's John Coleman magnificently fielding that and taking it out of the air and then charging down the field. Paddy Mahoney coming out. Jimmy Barry Murphy trying to tackle him, but it was half-hearted. This is Sean Walsh for Kerry. Dennis O'Driscoll knocking it ahead to Kevin Kelly. Number 10 is Coleman O'Rourke. 7, Ger Power along with him. Coleman O'Rourke making the space for himself, getting it to Barry Murphy. Bouncing off him. Sean Murphy. Sean Murphy trying to work his way in. Jimmy Deenan with him, and it's gone into the back of the side netting. Into the hands of the law there. Paddy Mahoney would be relieved to see that one. Sean Murphy just couldn't get in to have a shot at the goalkeeper. Paddy Mahoney kicking out. Nicely caught by Dennis Moran.
Kieran Collins replaces David McCarthy in the top team.
That's Mike Sheehy. That's Sean Walsh for Kerry. Dangerously moving. Oh, brilliantly saved by Billy Morgan. This is Pat McCarthy. That's the equaliser from McCarthy. But what a brilliant save by Billy Morgan. Pat McCarthy, the scorer, with the gloves there. So it's 9 points each again. The man in the all-white jersey and all-white strip. Brilliant save. Billy Morgan kicking out after that brilliant save from Sean Walsh. Seamus Collin, but that'll be a sideline ball for Kerry. Quickly taken. John Coleman, who's really come into the game in the second half. That's Tim Kennelly for Kerry. Mickey Sullivan for Kerry. Number 18 in your picture is Kieran Collins, who replaced Dave McCarthy. Kieran Collins with the ball there. He's the Cork sub, but it's a free into Kerry. 7 minutes to go. Lots of excitement now in the Munster final. So Mike Sheehy with the free, just short of the 50-yard line. Sheehy with the free now. And that one's no good, or is it? It's a point, yes. It curled in at the last moment. So Mike Sheehy has now scored 5. And Kerry take the lead again. 10 points for Kerry, 9 for Cork.
Some person from the Rathbone in County Kerry to go to the St. John's Road. This person must be able to drive a car back to Kerry this evening. Thank you.
Billy Morgan to kick out. Cork gone 1 point behind again. Coleman O'Rourke being fouled. Seamus O'Sullivan to take the free. Sean Murphy dropping it. Paddy Lynch taking it up for Kerry. Clearing it away does Lynch. Brian Murphy knocks it out for Cork. This is Mickey Sullivan. Tom Creedon, number 6 for Cork. Pass to Dennis Long. Jimmy Barry Murphy, but it's knocked out of his hands by Jimmy Deenahan. Good defensive work by Deenahan. That's Kevin Kelly. Equally good defensive work by Kelly. The pass to Seamus O'Sullivan. Seamus Collin. Oh, this is Dennis Bourne covering back for Kerry. John Coleman, the right half back, along with him, and it's gone wide. It's gone wide. The umpire's signalling wide.
I would appeal to the Gardaí in the grounds to please come to the tunnel under the stand, please, immediately. Any Gardaí
There's 5 minutes left in this Munster final. Kerry leading by 10 points to Cork's 9. Paddy Mahoney with the kick out for Kerry. Dennis Long knocking it ahead for Cork. Dennis Allen trying to get to it, he doesn't. Ger O'Keefe does. And then Ger is fouled after he has delivered the ball, fouled by Kieran Collins, so the free will be about 55 yards up. Kerry introducing a sub, number 22 there is Jackie Walsh. Jackie Walsh, number 22, coming in place of Mike Sheehy, crossing the sideline now. Or Mike Sullivan it is, Mickey Sullivan going off. Paddy Lynch with the free. This is number 20, Sean Murphy for Cork. Still Sean Murphy. Pass to Jimmy Barry Murphy. To Coleman O'Rourke. To Dennis Allen. That's the equaliser again from the Cork captain. Dennis Allen, number 10, the Cork captain, equalising. 3 minutes to go, 10 points each. Could we have a draw in this Munster final? It's been level 5 times already, and there hasn't been a draw since 1961 when Kerry and Cork drew here in this ground when it was the old athletic grounds in 1961. Less than 3 minutes left. 10 points each. Paddy Mahoney with the kick out. It's knocked ahead for Seamus Collin. Jimmy Barry Murphy chasing with Jimmy Deenahan. Barry Murphy is quickly up and back on it, and it's a free in for Cork. John Maloney is signalling a free in. It's a free for Cork, way out there where John Maloney is in the all black.
Will the crowd please move back on the sideline, please? The crowd is totally on the sideline, will they please move back?
So 10 points each, 2 minutes to go. Cork with this free. Dennis Long, the midfielder. It's just about 22 yards out. Way over on the left. Dennis Long with it now. That's Ger Power clearing it away for Kerry. 22, Jackie Walsh, she's beaten by Seamus Collin. And Collin being fouled right on the 50-yard line, just beside the sideline.
Please obey the stewards in the guards, please, and move back off the sideline.
So 18, Kieran Collins, the sub who came in for Dave McCarthy. time running out. Just over 1 minute to go, and they're level. That's a free out. Dennis Long penalised for pushing. Will it be a draw? 1 minute to go, and they're level at 10 points each. The seconds ticking away. 1961 was the last draw in the Munster football final, and that was here in the old Athletic Ground. And in fact, in those days, in that draw, it was 10 points for Kerry, 1-7 for Cork, and that was 10-10. And there's a terrible scramble. The referee, it's all over. It is a draw. 10 points each. 10 points each. It's a draw. That's the second draw in the provincial finals in successive Sundays. Connacht last Sunday and Munster this Sunday. And the crowd way on the field, swarming all over the field. So there it is, the Munster final of 1976, ending in a draw, 10 points each. And by sheer coincidence, when it was a draw in 1961, it was also 10 points. Kerry 10 points, Cork 1-7, and that's the way it ended today, except it was 10 points for one side and 10 points for the other. Shin on Kesht.